Very interesting.
Awesome.
Or we can.
And the projects you're working on, those going well?
Project is going well. They're
Awesome.
extending it now to mid next year.
Oh, love
Yeah.
that.
Phenomenal.
That is awesome.
I
All right,
love it.
y'all. Well, we got some people, so we're gonna go ahead
Let
and
me
get
shut up.
ready to get.
We got Stacy in the
Yes.
room. We got Anita.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, Stacey.
Hey,
Hey,
Stacy.
everybody. Hey,
Hey.
Teresa. We
Well,
got
thanks for
two.
inviting me.
Stacy,
This,
Teresa.
based on the intro, it looked like this the fun group, so I'm happy to be here.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
it.
welcome.
I love it.
Thanks for showing up. I see we got Teresa.
We have,
What's
and I don't
going
want to mess
on?
up this name. Tina. Tell me if I said it wrong now, Tina. I don't want to mess it up. But hey, how are you? Hey, everybody. Now look, we have a special guest today. Our girl, Beth, is going to show up and show out. We're going to be talking about AI agents. Who put in the chat if you want to talk a little bit about AI agents today, because our girl got us. And we talked about the last afternoon about Manus, how the credits were almost going to be free right now. Then they're going to be coming out where they're going to stop it, I think, in another couple of days. So some people been going ham, just doing things, in Manus. But anyway, Beth has a lot of the information and the jewels for you guys, the gems for you guys, let you know about how to do the agents, also what's going on in Manus, and even what do we call it, Mike? The triple, what was it?
The triumphant triad. There's a word I'm missing from that, and she's going to talk about it in a minute. The triumphant tech triad, I believe it's called. Is that right, Beth? Bottom line, it's a triple threat. All right. It's GoHighLevel / our version of it is called DigiFlow AI. There's that platform plus Claude and Base44.
Yes. So we're going to talk about some things. She has so many gems. So, yeah. So, are you ready? I know she was trying to get stuff together like most of us. We all trying to do a few things at one time. So we want to make sure she's ready. Beth, can you hear me? Are you good now, or I don't know because I don't hear her yet.
I'm getting myself situated, ready, and get myself ready.
Yeah.
No worries. We got you, girl. Go ahead.
We'll
Do what you
take
got
a
to do.
little bit more time. And
Let
also,
us know when you're ready.
Yeah, and add that recording for us too when you're ready.
Who, me? Oh, you talking about
no, Beth.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I need a chair.
Go ahead. Do what you got to do. So, I have a question. How many people in here are familiar with Manus, first off? Put a 1 in the chat if you are familiar with Manus. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not familiar with how to use Manus. Okay, I see a 1. Okay, so we got a 2, we got a 1. Okay, so we got a few people that are a little familiar with Manus. I know, like, Manus, I have really kind of like a love-hate relationship with Manus, just because, well, the hate part is how expensive it is, number one. But another part that kind of irks me with Manus is because sometimes I'll be sitting there, and y'all tell me if y'all go through this too, but I'll be sitting there waiting for like ever for it to complete something, and then it completes it, and it's not even what I wanted. I'd be so pissed. So how many people can relate to that one? So that's another kind of like hate that I have with Manus. But other than that, when you do get it to do what you want it to do, it's amazing. It does some really awesome things.
Extremely powerful.
Yes.
But Keisha, do me a favor, give me the co-host, please.
I sure can.
I appreciate you.
No worries. Hold up, I'm doing it now. Okay, you should have it.
Give us a cue when you're ready, guys.
Okay.
You ready?
All right, so I just gave you. You talking to Beth?
No, Beth, yeah. Are you ready, Beth?
I am getting there.
Yeah, no. We'll give you a couple of minutes. We'll give you a couple of minutes. You're good. We'll give you a couple of minutes. You're good.
Give me 5 more minutes. I promise. 5 more minutes.
We got you.
And see,
All
Mike, I
right,
was over
so
here. I was on the road too, and then you just stopped me. I
my
love.
bad. No. I heard some noise in the back. I wanted to put her on mute, but I did not want to
Put her
do
on
that
mute if she
unless she
wasn't
was ready.
ready.
Forgive me. Yeah. So I apologize. You got the floor. Do your thing, girl.
Well, now I don't even remember
I
what I was.
interrupted you.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
You were
Goodness
talking about
gracious.
manners. You were talking about manners and the credit usage, how it was upsetting you and throwing you off.
Yeah, and some of the
Yeah, go
cons
ahead.
of it.
Yeah.
But you made something too. What was it that you made?
Chief of staff. Let me see if I can bring that up real quick. Yeah. So Mattis is one of the tools. I think she might talk about Mattis today. Her intention was to talk about Base 44. Base 44, Mattis, Claude, all of them are agent builders, right? They all have the same similar functionality, right? So what do you call it? Basically, Claude has something called Fable 5 now, right? I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but Fable 5 takes Claude to the next level. It actually can build out amazing apps, right? So any app that you can imagine, the most complicated one, you can literally vibe code that. When I say vibe code, you can type in or talk to it. Like Beth likes to talk to her agents, and you should hear the conversations. It's amazing. It's like she's talking to a human being. And so instead of typing in your commands and your prompts, she's talking to it, and she's actually building some of the most phenomenal things. So I'm going to give her a little intro. She actually has built 325 agents using her triumphant triad framework. It's pretty amazing. But forgive me, I was trying to bring up, forgive me 1 second. Let me just focus here for a second. That was Mattis, right? Yeah. So this is what I built. So I'm going to just show you this real quick, guys. So Mattis, just so you guys know, they have ever the relationship with Meta, right? Meta and Manus were partners for a while, and the Chinese government said, no, we don't want you to do this, right? For whatever reason. I forget what the exact reason was. But now that partnership being severed, that means that Manus now has to move all of its systems. So they actually combined their systems together. Meta had, their systems, pretty much connected to the Meta platform. So over the next few days, they're going to be transitioning or migrating their systems back to 100% Manus ownership. So they gave us free access to this thing till that transition period. Like Keisha said, it's been expensive, right? So what I did was I took this opportunity to create a chief of staff. And we did a presentation last Saturday on this. And so what is going on here? Why is it telling me to wake up? Dashboard, here we go. Hold on.
Now that's funny. I think it's
Yeah.
saying that it wants you to wake it up.
All right. Wake me up already. Come on now. I want to get
That's
to work.
funny.
So this is what it came up with, guys. A chief of staff, which is pretty much a dashboard that is connected to all of my business operations, right? And I just literally spent maybe 5 hours on this. It is not done, but I'm able to see on a high level everything that's happening in my business, right? I see tasks. You can see here, open tasks, priority items this week, my calendar settings, right? Reminders, right? Priority focus goes on and on. I really haven't even had a chance to go deep into what this does, to be honest. But a chief of staff is designed to be in control of your other agents, right? So I can have sections in here that are designed to create faceless content and post it 30 days out to my social media, right? So it's a ecosystem of agents, which are basically AI employees that are working in your business, all of it being controlled by this panel. And I could also have this connected to my WhatsApp, and I could be talking to WhatsApp, and WhatsApp is sending me back notifications based upon what's happening in this system. So I didn't even want to talk about this too deep because
We
Beth
got
is an
Beth here,
expert
and it
at
looks
this.
like
She
she's
is an
ready. But that's
expert,
some good
expert.
stuff. I
Whenever,
mean, it is.
yeah,
Because
Base 44. Yeah,
you can add tasks in there for your chief of staff to do, right? And then it'll do it
absolutely.
or it'll assign. Is that how that
And
works?
we're creating it, vibe coding it. Yeah. And so you can literally speak to it, tell it, hey, I need you to now build out the email AI agent functionality in this. I don't want to write another email for the rest of my life. I want you to take control of my email inbox, make sure that we are filtering out all the junk. And I want all of the important information, the important emails, high priority emails. I want you to flag those and make sure that you put that in front of me. I want you to even write the response, the reply emails to those emails immediately so that I can approve them and just send them out when I approve them. And guys, I could literally go on and on and on and on telling it exactly what I want. What it's going to do is I'm brain dumping. This is called a brain dump, right? I could tell it from here. Oops, I did not mean for this to start running. I think it's running right now. It's thinking,
Yep, it is.
man,
Thank
this,
God it's free.
but yeah, if you let this thing run, it will run and run and run. It will keep on building this thing out and doing amazing things. It's going to ask me to connect my emails now, right? So literally, I'm going to, you have connectors here. So we're going to let Beth do her thing, and she's going to blow your mind, guys. So just stay tuned, and I'm going to give you the floor, Beth. Are you ready?
I am
Awesome.
Okay,
ready.
Beth.
Thank
Let's
you all.
go.
Yes. Thank
And
you
and I
all for.
Yeah, we didn't do
Go
it
ahead,
justice
Mike.
in introducing you. Yeah, introduce yourself. I apologize. You can do your thing.
Okay. So my name is Beth Enrique Griffith. I am an I am a fractional COO, an award-winning fractional COO. I'm a licensed home improvement contractor. I have a LEED certification, green infrastructure practitioner certification. I'm an internationally certified AI consultant and soon to be certified AI strategist thought leader. I am also I got certified last week in Base44 as an advanced instructor educator in one of the mediums I'm going to be presenting to you today. And I say that because I want you to take advantage. A lot of these certifications and trainings you can access for little or no cost, and all they're going to do is benefit you and benefit the clients that you mean to serve, elevate, And so I just want to give Mike and Keisha, they are the experts. I have learned so much from Mike. I will tell you, he is the DigiFlow AI GoHighLevel expert. His team was able to fix my account when even GoHighLevel's team wasn't able to fix it. They messed it up even more. So you are in the room today with the best of the best of the best. So thank you for having me on your platform and on your training today. And so what I am going to be demonstrating to you today is what I like to call the triumphant technical triad. That's just my geeky, quirky name for it. I know, triads could be a good thing in this case. And that triad consists of Base44, Claude, and also DigiFlow AI / GoHighLevel, white labeled version of the same. And when you combine these three tools together, they are so powerful that they will elevate your business. They will elevate your business. It'll elevate if you're doing this and you have an agency and you're serving others and serving other clients, it'll elevate their business. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. How many people like to travel? Put one in the chat if you like to travel, okay? Can I get somebody put one in the chat? Or you could give me a thumbs up. Well, let me tell you something. On a personal level, I actually had Claude Fable 5 go through my personal email. I found $100 Delta gift certificate from 2019 that I never even knew I had. And some Uber Eats gift certificates too. I like Uber Eats too. And so, so it could also help you. It'll show you where people are sending you money that you're missing, where you can make more money, where there are bottlenecks and potential areas to improve in your business. Now, how many of you are familiar with Base44? Put a B in the chat if you're familiar with Base44 here. And Claude, put a C in the chat if you're familiar with Claude. Now, of course, y'all better be familiar with DigiFlow AI because you're on the Zoom. So let me get the chat to put a D in the chat if you're familiar with that. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so I do have a bonus for you. I did 2 different presentations. I could not choose, but the workbook, I sent it to you in WhatsApp. So he's going to send you both of them and you get to choose which one you like, or you can use both. But I'm just going to share my presentation with you all. Okay. Nah. So if you could just give me permission to share, Mike. Nah.
You should have it now, Bev.
Okay, thank you.
Beth, want me to share both of those presentations?
But wait, let's wait until after the presentation because you know how everyone gets with these
They're
prompts.
gonna be distracted.
They don't pay attention to the presentation and they want to get straight to business, straight to the action. I know I'm guilty of that myself.
This guy
I get so excited.
And definitely, she's gonna be dropping a lot of gems. Don't get distracted because you're gonna miss something. We're gonna send you the slide deck so that you'll have all of the stuff that she's showing you. Yeah.
And if you excuse me, I am having some technical difficulties. I am using my cell phone as a hotspot. Okay, so
no problem. No problem.
Okay, just want to let you know.
Right.
I love it.
Okay, so can everyone see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The triumphant tech triad. A trio you never knew that you needed in your life. I promise you, this will help you build your business, automate your life. When you have more time, you could go on the golf course, you could go to the spa, okay? It'll make you more animated because you'll have more time to rest after you get everything in place. Grow your revenue and always your impact. And what I always like to say is people first, AI second, impact always. That is one of my tags. Now, how many of you have ever been in this situation? Okay, you have more tasks than time. You are stressed out. We all are using so many AI tools. We have that shiny object syndrome, okay? Yeah. You got Gamma, you got Manus, you got Claude. You even got Base44. You got ChatGPT, you got Gemini. You got Higgsfield, you got Hagen, you got all of those. And then it just seems day by day, hour by hour, phone call by phone call, your potential clients fall through the cracks. You turned in that presentation, you missed the deadline to turn in that presentation for a customer. You totally forgot to actually get back in touch with a customer. How many of you all have ever been in a situation like that before? Put me in the chat if that you ever been in a situation like that before. Which one do you like the most or do you hate the most? You want to get rid of the phone calls? You want to get rid of the paperwork? More than likely, most of us are not old school, we new school. So how many of y'all got 20, 30, 40, 10, even more than 1,000, even more than 100 emails in your inbox? Okay. How many of us have been there, are still there? All right. Well, let me tell you something. we always like to measure, okay, how much not having our business automated, and you see this is a blueprint of a machine and running like a well-oiled machine. What you have is an infrastructure issue, okay? And you're losing productivity, you're losing personal time, you're losing family time, because let's keep it real, a lot of us, I like to say, are single married parents, okay? Never me, but I see other people that are single married parents, okay? You know, your income isn't growing, your business isn't scaling as fast as you like it to, as fast as it could, okay? Now, I know no one likes that, all right? But what I have found is some tools, and when you combine them together, they become super duper uber powerful. And I always like to say, the issue is never you, okay? No one ever starts a business and intentionally says, let me bite off more than I could chew, you know? Let me screw this up. Who's ever said that? You know anybody that's ever said that? I don't know about me. I've never said that. I'll never say that. Okay? And now what I like to call Claude is the brain. Claude is the mastermind of everything. And the head honcho of Claude, I affectionately call Fable 5. Okay? That is Claude's most powerful AI tool that it has on the market right now. And then Base 44, oh my goodness. That is the builder. That is, you know, it builds, you know, it's a foundation. It's the one that's going to check on your business, extract data, and then you have DigiFlow AI GoHighLevel. That's a closer. That's one of the automators, you know. If you could think about something, you can build it. You don't even have to type anymore. You could just talk. You can sell it, and then we rinse and repeat, and we do it again. And we take it to the next level. We 10x it. Now, how many of us like hard, complicated things? Okay. Raise your hand if you like hard, complicated things. Okay. Who actually likes a real challenge? In this day and age, I'm going to keep it real. I don't. Well, if you like things easy, easy to learn, easy to manage, easy to do, easy to execute, Base 44 is the app for you. So what makes it powerful? Not only can you integrate it with Claude Fable 5, but you can also use it in your business to build platforms, to build custom apps. You don't even have to type. All you need to know how to do is talk. Now, how many of y'all know how to talk? Okay. Some of y'all know how to talk too much. I know I do. I talk too much a lot. Okay. And it will help you build out client portals. As you can see, booking intakes, dashboard. You can build it one time and you can sell it forever. And one of the great things about Base 44 is it is certified. We all know you want to be cautious about security. You always want to be cautious about security, because you don't want, you don't want any nefarious people or bots getting at your client data. You don't want anyone getting at your financial data, anything that's sensitive like that. And so Base 44 has been proven to have those guardrails and those certifications in place. And a lot of Fortune 500 and Inc. 5000 companies and organizations use it. I use it in my company. Put a 1 in the chat if you use it in your business. And I also use it to build actually softwares as a service for other clients as well too. Now, how many of you could use an extra $30,000 in your business? Would you turn that down? I know we want to have a couple more commas in our check. Who doesn't? Okay. But you know what? 30K for a client, I'll take that any day of the week. On a bad day of the week, I'll take that. And now then you have your DigiSphere GoHighLevel. That is your funnels. It will answer the phone. It will book appointments for you when you are sleeping. You know, when they say we need to learn how to make money in our sleep, this is what they're talking about. It can make payment links. It can book. And when I tell you it integrates everything, it integrates everything. Mike and Keisha know, especially Mike. Mike saw the magic happen in real life. And you see this 8 seconds. Okay. Now you don't have to be stressed out about the phone all the time. Let's say, I give you an example. I'm at the salon today trying to get my hair done before I go out of town. And you know how many times his phone rang and the stylist had to stop doing what they were doing to answer it? Now imagine if you could have something that answers your calls, can book an appointment, and even get that deposit, even get that down payment. Who wouldn't want that? It gives you more time back in your life. That's why you got to go get with Mike and Keisha, because they're the experts with building funnels, and especially those AI phone agents. I like to call them digital helpers though. And now we have the triumphant triad operating in beast mode. So Claude is the mastermind and the brains of the operation. It drafts everything. I could actually show you an example later on, just really quickly if you want me to. You have Base44. It connects using Claude and integrates everything. Then DigiFlow, GoHighLevel, they close and collect. They're the closer and they collect. They collect the money, you know, and then when you integrate everything, this will even collect testimonials for you. Now, I have a question for you, Mike. How many agents early this morning, late last night, for your consortium of businesses, how many agents did it say would be good for your business last night? How many of those?
I think it was what, 93, something like that. It was an insane number. Insane.
It was like 96.
96. Yeah.
And
It
Claude, the
mind-blowing
brains, yes, 96 agents. But you see, Mike is a big boss over here. He does, you know, he does great things. He does his summits. He has his, he has doing the DigiFlow AI, the phone agents. He sets systems like this up. And when I told him that Base44 could take it to the next level, he said, say less, show me. But he also said, I got to show my people too. I can't let my people be left out of this. And this is what's so powerful about it. And the beast works and you live. So 7 a.m., instead of reading your emails, you in email jail, you out here reading the morning paper. 9 a.m., you just, you got paid to teach some high school kids about AI. All right. Meet with a client. You approve a document because remember we talked about those guardrails. You always want a human in a loop, especially when it comes to documents and proposals. And then at 6 o'clock, instead of going to your second job, your business, you can actually spend quality time with your family. I know a lot of us have that hustle mentality, but we also need to have that home style where home is a haven. Your home is your sanctum sanctorum. And instead of you being a hustler, you can pass that on to these digital helpers and these platforms, the Triumphant Tech Triad, and they will hustle hard for you. Now, this is the money map. Everybody say, show me the money or put money in the chat. Okay, we always want to talk about the money. One thing that I love to say, okay, you want to know immediately what in your business is potentially costing you money, okay? And that's the first thing that this does. You give it your website, you talk into it, you tell it, you do a SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your wins, what you hate, what's stressing you out, what you're spending too much time on. Is it answering calls? Is it answering emails? Is it actually filling out or drafting proposals instead of having AI, your digital helper, do it for you? Okay. Do you have some customers that you had in the past? Well, guess what? It's easier to get a past customer than to go out there and get a new customer. It's also cheaper. You can also, no leads will fall through the crack. And then you could use these digital helpers and this AI triumphant triad to actually elevate your genius. Then we put that on a recurring schedule and then we scale it. We 10x it, okay? And growth, growth in profits, growth in our quality of life, that is the goal. And now imagine, once you do this for yourself and implement it in your own business, wouldn't you want to help other people implement this in their own business too? This is financially accessible. Let's say you got that plumber. It's more cost effective for the plumber to use this system than to actually have to hire and train an apprentice or a new worker. Believe me, I'll tell you a true story. I just had to fire my intern recently, and and it's not easy onboarding new employees. How many people have to deal with employees? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had to deal with an employee or intern, and you have to train them. You copy and paste, or you dictate into this to train this. It's so easy. A 5th grader can do it. I promise you. Hire your kids for those tax breaks, okay? Hire your kids for that extra tax deduction. Especially the daycare. You want the daycare looking after our babies, our kids, versus answering phone calls, right? So these are businesses. The salon, I'm in a salon right now. These are businesses that can benefit from the skill set that you're implementing in your own business. And if you could do a thing, you could teach a thing. You can white label this too, if you want to, once you get the hang of it. Once you build up your clientele, once you have 25, 35, 45 clients, and you can make money on this all by yourself too. That's the goal. And now one thing I like to say, okay, these type of tools, one of the reasons why they're really passionate to my health. I don't know if everyone's aware of this, but Black and brown founders have less access to capital. And I give myself as an example. I have a credit score in the 700s, went to the Chase bank account, deposit my money in there. You think they gave me some business credit? Even though I asked them, what's a credit score that I need? Oh, you just need a 650. Well, I got way above 650. I'm in the 700s. They still did not give me access to capital. How are we supposed to grow? How are we supposed to scale if we are unable to compete financially with our non-melanated counterparts? Well, I know that AI is the equalizer. There are so many first-generation founders. I am a first-generation American myself, and I have also been blessed. I've also been paid and compensated to teach other people that look like me to use AI to help implement and elevate their businesses and implement this in their businesses. And I like to say technology is a tool, but community is always at the heart of it. And now I always like to challenge people. You always want to have a timeline, okay? You always want to have a time to launch. This tells you week 1, Claude, week 2, Base44. Mike knows it gives you a 30, 60, and 90-day implementation plan, okay? And your voice, and what didn't it look different when it was in my Claude and then it went to your Claude? Didn't it come out totally different in your voice too? Because it knows you, Mike, right?
It's even a creative design of it changed because it recognized my brand
Yup,
colors
it
and all
changed
of
the
that.
brand
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah,
Yup, that's
that's
how smart
amazing.
this AI is. Now, what I'm going to encourage you to do, go build your beast, get into beast mode, okay? And now, don't you more than welcome to send me your first win, but connect with Mike. If you're unfamiliar, especially about the Digisphere and the GoHighLevel, definitely connect with Mike. He is the expert. Book a strategy session with him. You know, you're already a part of the Digisphere community. Share it with other
Keisha
people
and
that could
Keisha.
benefit from
Yeah,
it.
we better stop mentioning Keisha name.
Keisha,
Me and
Keisha,
Keisha.
Keisha, Keisha. Oh,
Oh, it's fine. They already know.
They know, they
yes.
know.
And, you know, thank you for your time. And like I always love to say, people first, AI second, impact always. I am going to go off of camera, but I will still be here to answer your questions. But it might be a little loud because, like I said, I'm in a salon getting my hair done. I supposed to do yesterday, but it was just too many people. I had to come today. I did not plan to be in a salon. I planned to be in my office presenting to y'all. I had to go outside present to y'all.
Beth, I'm
So
wondering if because we would like to see some of the agents built, right? So is there a way you could walk maybe Mike through building one in Manus? Like, because we know you're getting your hair done or whatever, but if you're able to walk us through one, because I know everybody wants to see that.
do you want to do Manus or because I know
No,
he
not
Or
we
Manus.
could
Claude.
start
It
doing it
doesn't
with
Claude.
matter,
Claude.
either one.
Yeah, the one that
Okay.
we
'Cause
yeah, we could go through what we
you
did
can
yesterday,
share
maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, please share your screen and I could walk you through. I'd be happy to do that.
No, forgive all the windows open. But we, by
Mm-hmm.
the way, uh, I'm going to just preface what you're about to say. We use several tools. Claude, by the way, has about 4 different apps in itself, right? So the Triad actually has more apps. That's a part of it as well. But you'll see down here that Claude um, Cowork is a desktop app that I downloaded and installed that works on your desktop system and has access to apps that you have on your computer. Um, and this is how we started it out. We could have done it in Claude Code as well, right? But Claude Code Work is a app that you download to your system. And how did I switch to Cowork, by the way? There was something I had to do to switch to it. You'll see that this is give me a second.
Are you on a desktop app?
I am on the desktop app. It's hard to tell.
Oh, you
This
might have
is
to sign in again. That's what it's saying at the top.
really,
You might want to
oh,
sign.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. But you see, I have it pinned to my taskbar at the bottom here, right? And what does it say there now? What is going on? Get started. What is it doing? It's not
Yeah, I
recognizing
had to
me.
literally sign into mine too,
So
like
am I
yesterday.
really get started?
Yeah. And now you can go through your
And send me this
email and
email. All right, I'm gonna pause for a quick sec while I do that. 1 second.
pause for the calls, pause for the
Yes.
calls. And while Mike is getting that together, like everybody give Beth a round of applause. Like she really
Yeah,
did
this
good
is
with those slides
amazing.
and the presentation. And if there
Yes.
are any questions, do we have any for Beth? No question? All right, all right, all right. So then we'll see now how to get these built because yesterday didn't we actually build one or two, Mike?
Yeah, we're gonna show what we created. Um, and so this is Claude Cowork, right?
How are you working by yourself?
Is this correct? I mean, I'm in Cowork. Is that correct? How do I tell? I thought it said Cowork down here somewhere. Beth, are you there?
I'm here. Hold on one second for me,
Yeah,
please.
this looks like regular chat almost, right? Um, but this is the desktop app that's down here. And something went wrong here.
So just click on new. Go
Okay,
click
yeah.
on new. Click on the new plugin,
Okay.
and then
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and
So
then
you'll
now
see
you're in
chat on
co-work. See, you're in
co-work.
co-work. Yep.
So yeah. So it's very limited distinction between chat and co-work. Fable 5 is their latest model that's revolutionary to the point where the government shut them down for a quick minute while they put some guardrails in place because it was copying people's apps, right? Is that Beth? What was the situation with Fable that
It
caused?
was it was becoming self-aware and doing things on its own. Like
If
they
I
didn't have the
said,
guardrails, the security
yeah,
guardrails in place. Yes.
okay. So if I said, build me, what is it called? I'm trying to think of a good app, right? Let's build me the Chase Manhattan Bank, website and functionality behind that, and literally would start working on that, right? I mean, what's a good example of that? Any product, it could create pretty much any app that you can imagine, and there's other models. This happens to be the most expensive model, so you're going to use up more credits, right? For the toughest challenges, you want to use Fable 5. So the government, whatever, they put some guardrails in place and the government allowed them to start, using it, selling it, providing it to their customers again. Now it is available. We used it so much we ran out of, usage credits for the day, right? But after a certain period of time, it actually gives you the ability to continue to work using that model. But when you use up your time on token usage on that model, it allows you to downgrade to another model, which is not going to work as powerfully and as quickly, but you'll still be able to get work done. Right? A lot of us are using Sonnet 5, which is most efficient for everyday tasks, right? Most of the time I'm using that. But, what Beth was showing me last night, creating this agent, she said, let's rock out, Fable 5. You haven't used your credits on there yet. Let's take advantage of it. She's used the word, let's pimp it out, right? So I switched to Fable 5. Here's some usage credit information, right? If you're using Fable 5, you can start out with a $50 plan and upgrade to these other plans, right? There's reasons why you would want to be using a $1,000 plan if you were doing some more advanced stuff, right? So anyway, so that's how we started out, right? And
So you blew through your usage already? If you
well,
could go in your account to see your
let's
usage,
see,
go
down
in,
here, settings,
setting, and
usage, where is
then
it? Where is it?
usage
Usage
above
here.
capabilities.
So I have the pro plan.
Yeah, you only use two. Go down one.
It does not show Fable
All
anymore here.
models
What's going on?
2%. You
Yeah, so I thought Fable was included in that 2%. No?
Mine shows up different, but let me check because Claude did
Yeah,
update its system recently because I got the Claude
yeah.
Academy in here. Let me just check really.
So if I go ahead and Fable, what does it say? Now, hold on. Runs on usage credits billed separately from your plan. So I guess it's looking for me to spend more money here now, right? Auto reload on this. Ooh, you got to
Yeah,
be
my
careful.
setup is different. I have Fable on one line and I've only used 37% of my Fable, and then I have
Really,
all models on the other. So our setup is
right.
actually different for our
Interesting.
account. Interesting.
But the interesting thing to know, you do have to be on a paid plan, by the way, right? I think I'm on a $200 a month plan, but you can have a $20 a month plan. Is that right? and still be able to use this, right? You're gonna have
You still should
limitations,
be able to, because I have one
right?
and I have an agent for emails.
Yeah, I could still continue to use this, right, with a different model. So what it looks like I might have ran out of usage credits for the Fable 5, right? But
So I would
with
recommend Opus 5, especially if you don't have access
yeah,
to Fable
this
5 right now. That's
this is
the
the next
highest one. Mhm.
the next highest, yeah, for complex tasks, right? So if I want, I could continue with where's the so we were in DigiFlow AI.
Yes, and projects. Yep.
Yeah, here we
There it
go.
is, Base
So
44 Claude
yeah, you want to
integration.
create a project. And so I have DigiFlow AI project with all of the work that I created in DigiFlow. And it is connected to your chat, right? So if you're on uh, Claude in your window, right? Hold on. This is Claude chat. So we're jumping between Claude chat, right? And what is this called again? Claude Co-work, right? Claude Co-work is the independent desktop app, and Claude Chat is the one built into your browser, right? And they are, I don't know what's taking so long. Okay, boom, it was loading all this stuff. So you see all of the projects and the chats that I've had with Claude in my Claude Chat window in my browser. You'll see that those are also in my desktop app. Is connected, right? And so we started off with is it this one here, right? 9 minutes ago. Uh yeah, you're out of usage credits. Look at
Mm-hmm.
that. So
That's crazy. Because did you
yeah.
even get to finish building
No,
You had like 75% credits left. Maybe some ghost took over your computer and did something
yeah.
crazy in it. Oh my goodness.
But we were working the hell out of this thing last night. We did quite a bit. So we started off connecting Base 44 to Claude. That's the first thing we started off with. Just telling it verbally, literally, I'm clicking this button here and dictating, hey, I need to connect my Base 44 to Claude. And then I press enter. We ran that. And then it says found it, right? There is a Base 44 connector available. And then I clicked on connect. This didn't say reconnect. It said connect at first. We clicked on that button, and then it continued to work, right? Connecting Base 44 to the Claude, right? It's not corrected yet. Base 44 has an official connector that lets Claude create, edit, and manage your Base 44 apps, list your apps, query, and then it says connect to it. Go to Claude AI. I had to jump into Claude AI, go to the connector here. Is that right? I jumped back here and then clicked on connector somewhere. Where did I have to go to do that?
it was in settings. So you go to the settings
Yeah, settings.
and
And
then
then connectors down
yeah.
here. And then I connected Base 44 here. You see there's check marks here. So in your Claude, you can connect it to many different apps. You can connect to your Stripe account, your Google Drive, Slack, GitHub. This was important that we did this because we're creating a program, an application. GitHub allows you to store all of it's a repository of everything that you've been working on your projects. Very important for backing up your software, right? I don't have mine connected. I should have because I thought this was connected. But anyway, Gmail, you can connect, right? This is a way that you can manage your emails. Before I gave an example of how I would use it to as an agent, create an agent in here that actually manages my email by getting rid of all the junk, the spam, and you know highlighting and bringing to my attention, in a notification, the important emails, and also having it automatically write a response to that email right then and there. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. I know people who are actually using these AI agents and have zero emails in their inbox. I don't know. I'm sure that the people on this call, you guys can relate. There's tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of emails that I've never read, never opened up. I would love to clear that clutter. And you know what clutter does to you, right? Clutter causes procrastination. It causes other issues, right? If I could only get to the level that I've seen other people, my peers, do with their emails, my life would be like so much better. So that's definitely something I'm going to be working on. Getting my email connected. Your calendar is very important to keep up with all the events and things that are going on. This connects to your Microsoft 365. I have some emails that are, they have their own domain names, right? I set up with my domain name providers. They give me email hosting, server. I think the way, Beth, you were suggesting that what I should be doing with those emails is having them transferred into, or what's the word, forwarded to a Gmail account and then
I
connect
think
that
Beth
Yeah.
has a
Gmail
hand
account.
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beth, yeah. Go ahead,
Can you
Beth. I'm
hear me?
sorry. Yes,
And
now I
then you
can.
want to make sure any email you have transferred to that an agent has access to and can read, you want to make sure you don't have any banking information, any medical information, any sensitive information, just in case something accidentally gets through. So you want to change your email that you have your banking information sent to, because like I said, you can't be too careful. That's all I
So
just
what
wanted
she's
to say for
recommending
your
is
emails.
your all your
And use
financial
two-factor
institutions.
authentication too.
Yeah, that's a great advice. And all of your financial institutions that you work with, anything that's personal identifiable information that you want to protect, have those go to another email that's not connected to this, is what she said. So your bank accounts maybe are connected to your Gmail, right? Go to your bank accounts and change those emails to go to another one that's more private. All right. And we have one of the cybersecurity professionals in the room. I think Christina was in here before. She will attest to that. That is very, very important. So this is how you connect, right? What else should directly from here, Beth? What else should we tell them about?
So
Capable.
you could also go ahead if you go
I was
ahead,
going to
Mike.
say capabilities. This is an important section that you would want to update information on, right? I don't know how to speak to this, so if you wanted to talk about that or anything else in this panel here on the left, privacy is important, right? You don't want to share.
And I would say
Yeah.
any connectors that you're going to use with all three platforms, whether it is Base44, Claude, GoHighLevel, DigiFlow AI, just make sure, like, let's say you're going to use HeyGen, you can connect HeyGen, whether it's through an API or a secret key, or if it actually has a connector or a presentations. It can help you do wonderful presentations. I believe that's
Yeah, by the
that's what
way,
I use to do one of the work things and add those things that you know you use daily in your business. I use Notion. I love it. You could communicate as well with Base44. You could use WhatsApp. You could use Slack as well too.
Yeah. Is it me or is Beth breaking up?
I'm breaking
Yeah,
up.
she's
Oh,
breaking
Breaking up.
up.
It's me.
okay,
But
yeah.
you know, because my
We'll
thing
lose
is,
you.
my question was, I have an agent that does like a summary for my email or whatever. It does a briefing every morning. It'll send me stuff. But I didn't want it to just give me a summary. I wanted to actually, you know, like delete stuff out. But then I'm like, do I really want it to do that? Like, like how should we do it
Yeah, no.
where yeah, because I'm like, I don't want it. Then all of a sudden, everything is like empty completely out. Now I'm mad. Like, how do we do the part with the governance to make sure? Okay, if we do have the agent,
So you wanna,
uh-huh,
yeah. So you see how it could delete emails from your account and stuff like that?
yes,
So you want to put in instructions, don't delete anything without my permission or put it in a separate folder. I
Uh-huh.
have mine set up so that anything to be deleted is the junk folder, there's a spam folder, there's a to be deleted. So it can't delete anything. It'll siphon it off,
Uh-huh.
then it'll delete it on my say so. Because that
so
So
happened to me, not with Claude,
really,
with guardrails, and it was a lesson learned. I was able to recover all of my emails. It just deleted every email. I didn't even
that
ask it to.
that happened to me
And
too
my
with
mentor said, you
Yahoo.
need to put in those
Yeah,
guardrails, and I didn't listen. So that's a hard
yeah.
lesson to learn. But it's
so
been
how do you
interesting
get it
for
to
me.
do the work if it has to approve everything? Like, how can you still have it working like an oil machine, and smoothly? And at the same time, though, because it's like everything will need to be approved first before it can do
Yeah,
anything.
you talked
So,
about the human in the loop, and how does that work? Do we have humans assigned to certain roles, and
Hmm.
those humans are responsible for making sure that those agents are operating
I
automatically
mean,
and moving forward the
it
way they need to?
I didn't even tell the AI to delete my emails, and it just went in my inbox. And I was waiting on a memorandum of understanding with a partner for a proposal we were
Yeah,
applying for as a group. So, I mean, it will run smoothly. It'll just be in a separate folder and you'll be able to see it there. It's rather
yeah,
better that you look them over once a week, then oh, you got that proposal. And remember, your junk mail, it usually empties every week, or your spam folder empties every week. So what if you missed a deal that someone approved your proposal because you wanted AI to handle everything? That's
yeah,
why you always want to just look things. That's why the human in the loop is so important. Or have your VA do it for you. Get you a VA and have your VA do it for
yeah,
you.
exactly. Yeah, you
You
do
know?
need some human intervention, that's for sure. So yeah, as you can see, I just connected a couple of different more things to it. I connected my calendar, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Gmail, Notion, right? Slack is now connected. So now I use Slack religiously with my team. So now we're able to communicate, and I can have Claude communicate in Slack. I don't even know how that would look. You're using Slack too, Beth? Is that correct?
I use Slack and I use WhatsApp. If
Slack.
I'm using
Okay, yes.
Victor,
Right.
I use Victor too sometimes because I got some free credits
Yeah.
of trying it out.
Right.
So I use Slack as well too.
Okay. Cool. So, going back to Claude Co-work, right? This is Claude Co-work. Um, you can literally say here, um, connect my Slack. I think we already connected Slack, right? Is that what I saw here? It is connected. So I could communicate with Slack here. How would I do that, by the way? What would I say to this? Oh,
you
by the
might
way,
can
they
have it
said,
to find a file for you, maybe.
yeah, that's what I would love
You know
that.
how
Yeah,
you're
because
always looking for files and stuff.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So we have our VAs in there, and they're always, submitting content for approval and things like that. I could say, show me the ad campaign that we were working on last week, right? For the what is it, scale to close event coming up, right? That's what I'm going to try. But I just wanted to point this out. You have different modes that you can run this in. Manually approve, automatic, or skip all approvals, right? Typically, you're running with manual approval. It's going to stop, ask you if you're okay with the next step that it's trying to execute. If you run automatically, which is I think we were doing that last night, it will stop for highly important tasks that it's looking to execute. It'll wait for your approval on certain things, but mostly it's going to just keep running until it gets the job done. Is that right, Beth? If I choose that auto, it says here automatic approve is on. Claude runs on its own and pauses if anything looks unsafe. This includes your using your connectors, Claude and Chrome, and apps on your computer, unless you turn them off. Learn more, right? Oh, and let me back up. I want to show you guys this one thing. So down here, when you're in your browser, most people have Claude, they're using it in their browser, right? In a tab. Go down to your profile when you have most of us are going to have a paid account. You're going to see this here, get apps and extensions. This is how you add your Claude to your desktop. So this is my desktop app that I installed, and that's what we're going to set up for Claude Co-work, right? Visual Studio is important if you're going to do Claude Code, which is more advanced than what we're talking about right now, but all of it is connected, right? We don't need to know how to use Claude Code. We can literally use Claude Code Work and tell it what to do. It's going to use Claude Code to build out whatever it needs to build out. Here's Slack. I do have it installed. And so I just wanted to point that out real quick. How you get this on your Claude Co-work, right? Go to the bottom here, choose Get Apps and Extensions. You can download the Claude Co-work app there, or you can just go in and search for it in your browser, right? But here, Claude Co-work, I'm going to jump back to that. This is Claude Co-work. And what do I have to do to request something in Slack? I'm gonna actually dictate it here. If I say, show me all of the ad creatives that we did for the Scale to Close campaign for Kevin Span during last week in Slack, the ones that are posted by Carl, my VA. Would that work, Beth? All right, I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is Fable 5. It's not gonna let me do it. Let me see if Fable's gonna work.
Can you try to put it in
You're out of usage credits.
Okay,
You can't
maybe
you can't
yeah,
switch
Yeah,
it?
I'm switching to Opus 5. So it won't let me run Fable because we worked the hell out of that last night. But Opus, and then I'm gonna go here. What should I redo it or just rerun it here? Cancel. I'm gonna just say
You got you want to do it and automatically approve too?
no, I don't. I was showing them how to do that. So I'm gonna hit manual. Right? What is this? Add folder. All right, so we're gonna run that. Rerun my last prompt. So because this is a desktop app, it's able to access everything on my computer. I could tell Claude Cowork to organize everything on my hard drive for me, rename files and all kinds of things like that. Right? Beth, can you give us a use case for that? I think you mentioned something like that you had done.
It depends. If you could use Opus 5 for that, let's say I used I used Fable in the beginning and I had it go through my whole computer, rename all my files, resort all my files, get rid of any duplicates, name all of my images. Because I don't know if you know this, but if you do ChatGPT, a lot of times it won't, it's like an image with a number. And then you got all these images with a number. So I said, based on the
Yeah.
image produced, name my images for me. And
Rename
it
them.
took a few hours, but it did it. Like I had to go through all my email. I was like, find me money. And then for software as a service, like when you're building out agents and when you're doing something complicated, like connecting multiple platforms,
Uh-huh.
that's when you want to use Fable 5.
Yeah.
You're doing something not as complex, like you're doing a
Like what we're
simple
doing
code.
right here, right? I'm asking
Yeah.
it to go into my
Mm-hmm.
Slack, right? So
Yeah.
it knows
Yeah, you
where to
don't need
find
Fable
it.
5 for that.
Yeah, this is something for basically simple. Two things, your question first, then the creatives. What does this mean? What are the consequences? The last thing on your screen was a red error block from tool called Plain English. I tried to add handwritten never. I'm not sure
Look,
what
this
this is
thing took it
referring to.
literally. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
What did it take literally?
I don't even know what it took literally, but it took something.
But
Hell
yeah, it
before that.
goes deep. It goes deep. So bottom line, it ended up going into Slack, scale to close. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. By the way, this is Slack, and
You can
I
actually
got
just
a
click
little.
on the link instead of having to go into
No,
Slack.
I know. I just want to show people where it's getting this information. I'm in this folder right here. I didn't even tell it where to go. I thought I
And
just
that's what
thought
I was
about that
thinking. You
after.
might wanted to have told it
Right,
which
but
one to go into.
I got multiple work groups. I forget what they call it. I think they call these work groups. But it knew to check in here and maybe checked all of them for all I know, right? But it found that this is where I communicate DSC business work group. I'm communicating with my VAs in here, right? And I haven't posted anything new. This is Kevin Span here, right? I'm wondering if it gave us that video, this video right here that I asked him to do the captions on, right? But it's got, I got to scroll all the way up here. This is a perfect example of how valuable this is to me, right? We worked on this campaign a couple of weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. I think I told it to pull everything from this week, from last
It
week.
was about 4 weeks.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So let's
Yeah.
see what it did here. So these are the 4 videos that we actually that I just showed you actually. So I asked it just to show us what we worked on this past week. That's what it is, yeah. So see, August 18th, right? But if I said go back to 4 weeks ago and show the original ad creative, it would have jumped there. I would literally have to keep scrolling up and up and up and up and up to get to that, right? But Claude Cowork, oh no, this is Claude Cowork here. It went through this. Took how long did it think about this? It shows you how long it took to think about it. I forget how long. I don't see it. But anyway, bottom line is start answer. Last week, Carl produced exactly 3 things for Kevin's campaign. The 3 final testimony videos all posted August 18th. Um, I was going to say, no, I'm going to ask it. Uh, I should be talking to this. I know Beth is probably tripping. Like, why is he not using the dictation? So ad creatives that Kev as a right. So if you use dictation, you'll be able to get through this quicker. It'll be talking like you're talking to a human being, right? So literally, I just connected to to Slack. I did not tell it where to go to look for this. And it's searching all the different channels. It's showing you what it's doing here. It's showing you how much time it's taking to think about what it's doing also. Refile. Oh, look at that. That's not the superhero one though. So I'm curious to see. That is one of the creatives that we did. But I'm hoping you guys are starting to see the power behind this. We could connect WhatsApp to this, and then in WhatsApp, I could be talking to WhatsApp here. And I could say, actually, I have Base44 connected here. Let me go here. Hold on. And I have a super agent connected here. So I could literally talk to my super agent and say, hey, find me everything that we're talking about right now. I could probably say, hey, I need to find the ad creative from our DigiFlow AI workshop promo that we did yesterday, promoting today's workshop. So I'm talking to the agent right now, which is Base44. We didn't talk much about Base44. I'll jump into that in a moment. Base44 is now responding to me real time. So connecting WhatsApp to your agents. Let me transcribe the voice message first. So now it's transcribing it. It's going to now read it. Got it. You're looking for ad creator from DigiFlow. Oh no, DigiFlow. AI website promo you did yesterday. Let me check. Nothing in the workspace yet. Where's the ad creative stored? I'm going to say check Slack and it's DigiFlow AI, not Dizzy. All right. Let's see what it does. While that's checking, I'm going to jump back here to Claude, see what it did. Here you go. Boom. Look at that. That's an amazing ad campaign that we did for Skill to Close, Kevin's event happening on August 21st. Y'all check it out. It's going to be
Actually, no,
amazing.
that's the wrong one because the correct dates was 27th and 28th.
Oh, no. All right. So, yo, that's throwing me off. But anyway, bottom line is I think, well, let's see what it does. It may have showed, original landscape. Yeah, this is the new date right here. Slack link open. Where is it? Oh, there you go. That's not the right one, right?
No, it's not.
But you can see how it jumped to. It's amazing that it did that. We do want the correct one, right? So how do we correct that? Let's see. Now the blunt part. For things wrong with this set, and I want to fix them before any of it goes near paid spend. Right? The dates are wrong. Look at that. On every single one. Holy shit. All three say August 20th. This is what you just said, right? This is the actual date. Reply to the square crop is structurally broken. What happened to it? It must have been in there somewhere, all right? But bottom line, I
It's
don't
in
want to
there
belabor this.
somewhere,
It
but
is, it is. But
no.
it did not find it, but it showed the original ones. I think I might have said something about original. Where is it? Yeah. Show me the ad creatives he created with Cab as the superhero. Anyway, bottom line is you could see the power behind this. We would continue, and it's not always going to be uh, exactly what you want the first time. You're going to keep on talking to it. Like I'm talking to my VA, right? Literally, she just corrected me, right? And said, hey, that's the wrong one. So the same way we will have that dialogue in real life, we're going to have those dialogues with our agent, right? And so I would then say, where is the latest one with the correct date? And I'll even put the date in there. How about that? Right? Let's see what it does now. But let's jump back to WhatsApp. Got it. DigiFlow Slack isn't connected yet. Uh, I need to authorize it before I can search for DigiFlow AI Workshop promo creators. What want me to connect your Slack account? So right now, Slack is connected to Claude, but it is not connected to Base44. But once you're, and this is one of the great things that Beth has taught me, is that you don't have to know how this stuff works. You don't know how to set it up, but it's going to walk you through, right? So yes, I do want to set it up, right? I have no clue how to set this up, but in my agent is the one who's going to set it up for me. And it's going to come back and ask me, well, just like I was saying just now about the dialogue, the two-way dialogue with you and your employees. It's going to continue to ask me the appropriate questions to get the job done, right? Connect the Slack account now. I need your input. Approval need connect. So you probably can't see what I'm doing right now. There's a pop-up window that's asking me for some personal information. I doubt you can see that in the video, but it's asking me to give approval to connect Slack, which I just did. It's connected now, it says. Base44, I see in the background, looks like something's working. I don't know what it's saying. I think it may have connected, but it's still showing me that it's working on this dialog box that I'm looking at. You guys probably see what's going on. Do you see a blur screen behind this or no? Do you see it where it says approval needed here? Or no? Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Awesome. All right, boom. So look, Base44, it jumped back here. This was the ad that I was looking for. Look at that. Whoa, hold on a second. Yo, so I was in WhatsApp here, right? And my super agent, um, you know, conversation, right? This is my chat with my Base44 super agent. I could name this Roger or whatever, right? This could literally say the name of the person, so you're making it more personal, right? But it says here connected in Slack. I pressed that button. It jumped me to Base44, and then it continued the conversation here. Slack is connected now. Let me search for DigiFlow AI's Workshop Promo Ad Creative. Found it here, and it went in my Slack to find it. I did not tell it where to go. It jumped in there, and it said, found it. Here's the ad creator from yesterday's DigiFlow AI Workshop promo. It was posted in your Slack DM with Keisha on at August 21st. Promo was for today's DigiFlow AI Mastermind Workshop. All the details. Now the Slack is connected. Here are a few things I can do for you going forward. So again, it's going to continue to serve you in like no other employee, right? And it's going to continue to ask you, what else can I do for you, right? Now Slack is connected. Here are a few things I can do for you going forward. Search Slack on demand. Find messages, files, add creatives like this anytime you ask. Monitor specific channels. Set up alerts for key channels like DSP. So I'm communicating with different companies in different channels, actually different employees in different channels in this one work group. But I have multiple work groups that I need to be keeping track of, and I miss things all the time because I got to jump out of one to go to the other. And so this agent now, I'm going to set it up so that I'm making sure that if anybody is trying to reach me on any channel in any work group in Slack, I need immediate notification. Right. But down here it says pull items from meeting recaps. Ooh, that's a big one right there. Right. I can grab those notes and organize them for you automatically. But want me to do anything else? Boom, 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 boom. This is the graphic that we created yesterday, and I shared with Keisha in Slack. It found it all from my Base 44. Right. And I'm going to say, show it to me here. I want to be able to share this image. And then you know what I'm also telling it to do? I'm going to ask it to create a text that I can share to send to other people in WhatsApp. Look at that. Boom.
Wonder how many credits that cost.
Yo, you know what? That's a good question. Who asked that question, by the way?
Well,
Who? Beth?
Beth, the troublemaker.
Oh, I was gonna defer to you to respond to that. But as you can see,
that's funny.
but look at this. I've got now a text with the graphic that I can now forward to anybody in my database, right? I could say here, send this. Send this to everyone I know, right? It's going to probably ask me, everyone in my contacts database is probably going to ask that. I'm not going to send that because the presentation is over, right? I mean, it will be soon. But guys, what do you guys think about this so far? What's your opinion? Do you guys think this is fire or what? Put a fire in the chat if you are appreciating all of these gems that Beth dropped on us. Listen, I had this connected, this Base 44 connected for about a month or 2 months. Never really used it until just now. I am so grateful to Beth for coming into my workshop on Wednesday and blowing up the spot in there. She was like telling them, yo, you guys don't know what you're missing. You got to do some agents. And this is what she talked about, the triumphant triad, triumphant tech triad. And I love that work. What is it called? It's a framework that she's using. As you can see, the one thing we did not do is connected to our work. Our part of the triad is our DigiFlow AI / GoHighLevel, right? So we did not show any of that, but we were blown away in that meeting. The meeting actually went an hour longer. I'm going to just say this, Beth. Anytime you're in a meeting with you, the gems just keep on dropping to the point where the meeting continues to get longer and longer and longer. My meeting on Wednesday lasted an hour longer than it was supposed to because Beth just captivated everybody in the room. Also, I invited her to come here today after that. And we spent all night last night. We started out like, what, about 7 o'clock? And I asked her to show me
Honestly,
a
I
couple of
don't
things.
No, it
remember.
was about
I've been
11.
told like
It was about
1
11.
o'clock in the morning. I forgot. I
Oh
say
my
like
God.
6 o'clock in the morning.
3:30 in the morning is when we got off the phone. That's what time you and I got off, and you continued to go on. So bottom line is Beth is so dedicated to this stuff, and she goes down the rabbit holes, and if you hanging out with her, you're gonna go down that rabbit hole with her because you're not gonna want to stop. This is amazing stuff. Like I said, I had this connected about 2 months ago, and never did anything with it. Right, and one of the things that I feel is missing with when everybody's talking about these agents is they don't know what the agent looks like. How does it work? And what is it? Connecting them and having them work as an employee. What does that actually look like? I've never seen it. Right, until we did it
You could
last
give
night.
them a
I'm going to be honest.
personality.
Yes.
Yeah, you
So
could give
how
them
do
a
you do that?
personality. You could ask them if they want to name themselves,
That's another
your
thing.
board of
So
directors, your advisory
so
board. Mm-hmm.
do you have you probably don't have this right now handy, but I know Christina has a flow chart of her employees, how they're literally, you need to actually have a flow chart of how your whole organization is structured. Every role
I
from
have one
CEO,
too. I just have to figure out. I gotta find my. I have one.
right? So each one of those people have a name, a role, what do you call it, a resume, an SOP, standard operating procedure, on how they operate in their business. Each task that they're responsible for should have its own SOP, right? That's something that Keisha's an expert in, by the way, too. Um, all of these things now, for me, have come together in a way that I really didn't even understand until after our meeting last night, Beth. So I'm tremendously grateful for that. I will say this also. Well, first, I want you to first help me connect the dot with DigiFlow AI. Give me an example, a use case that we could use right now based upon what we have already connected. Did I connect it? I probably haven't, right? I haven't connected my DigiFlow AI yet, right?
Yeah, I think you have to go. Yeah, you have to go into DigiSphere and request a key. Remember, and then connect it to
Okay. I'm gonna
Claude and
pause.
Base44. Yeah.
I'm gonna pause for a quick second and get to that point. So where would I go to get that key? Do you know? And what key is it looking for? API key?
Yes, an API key.
Okay. So I'm going to show
Or
you.
sometimes they call them secret keys. It
Okay.
depends. The language
Yeah,
is
no,
different.
I think I know
And
where
then
to
what were
go.
they using last night with GitHub? They were using something else, another acronym. I forgot what it was, but it was the same type of thing. It
Yeah,
was another key.
something
What
token.
type?
Oath token, right? Is that what you're talking about? AOUTH. Is that what you mean?
OAuth. Yeah, OAuth.
Oh,
I always butcher it. See, you don't even know how to pronounce these things. I was calling Visual Code, Visual Studio, but I just knew what it did. I know how to use
that's
it,
that's
you
the
know?
crazy thing about it is I will say
Yep.
I tell you firsthand, Beth is super intelligent, but she doesn't know all this stuff with the programming. No, she doesn't know Python and all this other um, technical stuff. She knows how to
I
talk
call
though. She
JavaScript
knows that.
JSON.
Yeah, she was using all the wrong terms and everything, but she's more advanced than me and all the stuff that I know because she knows how to use these agents to work for her. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. So I'm going to tell you this also. what you showed me is a game changer. We're now a much larger company as a result of this. We are capable of doing so much more than we ever imagined. And now we have more offerings that we can offer to our customers as a result of all of what we've learned here. I think this is a major game changer. I'm so excited. I'm going to start. I'm going to share again. Hold on. Here we go. So now I'm in DigiFlow AI. DigiFlow AI, for those of you who don't know, is a GoHighLevel based platform, right? We have our own white label version of it. DigiFlow AI, I'm using a demo, right? We have demo content in here. And here are some of our clients that I will show you some of our clients. Actually in the contacts here. We're killing it in the game. We got Marvin Gaye, he came back from the grave, guys. Al Green, Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin. Anyway, these are all dummy content, so don't be trying to call these people, y'all. Anyway, so here in this CRM, what I'm going to do, we're going to use Claude again. But Claude extension, right? This is another one of the amazing tools you guys should be using on a regular basis. You need to go into Claude and install the Claude extension. You may be able to do that by clicking on that icon there and just go to Manage Extensions and just actually search for it, right? And it's already installed. If it wasn't installed, it would say install, right? Once it's installed, you're going to want to make sure that it's pinned, right? You'll see in the extension, actually, that pin right there. You want that pin because you're going to be using this all the time. So what you actually have here is another employee that's going to execute on anything you wanted to do. Today, we were actually filling out a form. I was on the website. I needed to upgrade my registration for something. And I just literally said, based upon what, it doesn't have memory. So you want to go into Claude, regular Claude, ask Claude to create a prompt that you can take into your Claude Chrome extension and paste it right in here. And then you want it to, let's go here, hold on. I'm going to stop extensions here. I didn't want to use it in this window. It'll create groupings, by the way. See all of these groups here? I'm using them all over the place. This is the one agent that I have been using. It's more manual, but a more manual process. Where is this thing? Hold on. Forgive me, guys, 1 second. I'm going to close some of these windows. It was hiding over here somewhere. What am I trying to do? So I'm going to go back to the window, the app. This is the window here. We got Claude open up here, right? And I wish I had the prompt to put in here, but I'm going to say, actually, I don't need a prompt. Again, this doesn't have memory. So whatever I'm going to type here is going to be, and it doesn't have dictation. I'm surprised. And then you can change the different models here, right? I don't need it on this to do the most tasks, right? I'm going to click here for more everyday tasks. That'll conserve some of your credits. But for more accuracy, you want to go higher. The more complex things that you want to do, you want to be on a higher model. And what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to find, I need the API key or oath key. I don't even know what the actual word is. Oath key. A oath. It's an A oath. And 4, to connect. It knows DigiFlow AI is my version of GoHighLevel. I could put slash, right, to be more accurate, to make sure it is understanding what I'm looking for. It knows that I'm in this browser window, by the way. So when I click on this extension, whatever's in this window is actually paying attention to what's happening here. It's going to be taking snapshots of it, analyzing the snapshot, understanding where to go to click on buttons and all of that, right? So here I said, the key to connect my DigiFlow AI to Base44 and Claude co-work. Is that correct, Beth? That's what we're looking for?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna run that now. And then you're gonna see it's gonna take over your browser. It will not do this in your banking apps though, right? And that's a security feature, I guess, that they were probably forced to include. But most websites, it's going to act on those web pages based upon whatever you tell it to do. So you can literally sit back like I'm doing right now. My hands are in the air. I'm not doing nothing, right? It's going to find that key that we're looking for. Once we find that key, we now can connect it. Start by creating a private integration. Private integrations are a simple yet secure way to integrate your account with third-party apps. API version 2.0 is what this is. What does it say? Once you tell me, so it's asking me now for permission, I believe. I found the right place. Under private integration, blah, blah, blah. Let's generate the token scoped to third-party apps. This is what you use for Base44 and Claude co-work. Since generating this creates a persistent API credential on your account, I want to confirm before clicking create new integration a couple of things to decide first. Scopes. Private integrations lets you pick exactly which permissions the token gets. Contacts, conversations, opportunities, calendars, etc. Rather than granting everything, what will Base44/co-work need to do? Just read contacts or also write, update data, send messages, manage credentials, etc. Name, GHL will ask for an integration name, Base44 integration or co-work integration. Do you want one shared key for both or separate one per tool? Beth, what's the response to that question?
I like to keep things separate. I would do a separate one per tool just in case. Yes.
So we'll say Base44 integration, and then the other one, co-work integration.
And I remember from last night, early this morning, so you need the Base44 to connect with DigiFlow AI, so that it could read the metrics, because everything, your links, all those things are located here in the DigiFlow AI. So it definitely needs to read the data that it's producing.
Yeah. Awesome. So this first question though, scopes, what should it say? Private integrations lets you pick exactly what permissions the token gets. Right? The bottom
and then just to be sure, I would have done this because we did remember that really long document that it did that was kind of like a diagnosis. I remember it had a lot of things about this, but I don't remember everything. So since we want
Let
to
me
not
show
have to
you.
go
Let,
back and correct it, yeah, I wanted to look at that or just ask it
all right,
and
let's look at what you
oh,
got. So
yeah.
Beth created this document from us. She took all of our assets that existed in many different locations, our websites, we have many different ones, right? And collected all a significant amount of data on who we are as a company, the offers that we're offering, and she came up with this Renegade DigiFlow. This is her company, Renegade. What's the name of your company again?
I have Renewable Renegades and then
Renewable
Renegade
Renegade.
Collective.
Oh, okay, Renegade Collective. DigiFlow AI Deployment Map. And so it went through all of this information. She got so much data from those sites that I gave her, right? And it came up with this game plan, right, for how I should be integrating agents into my business, right? 8 new helpers finish the team. So, I mean, do you want to talk to this at all? I mean, I can go a little bit slower. You can point out whatever. I can just show them. This is one of 2 pages of two artifacts that she generated on our
Mm-hmm.
business. The triumphant
Mm-hmm.
tech triad for our
Yes.
business. 3 tools, right? Which is
Mm-hmm.
DigiFlow AI, Base44, Claude, 8 websites it powers. I gave her 8 websites that we have. And Claude work session, 6 a.m. Claude session, Claude plan. This is the
And
Claude plan that
we
I'm
also
using.
prompted it because you see how he's in Fable jail now. So we prompted it to use the least amount of tokens and credits possible, but we wanted the highest quality possible as well too. So because you never
Right.
want to skimp on quality, what the budget
Quality.
was, what the monthly budget was, reset. And what was it? Only I think 8 or 9 new needed to be built for scratch
Agents.
based specifically on what his like see he has all these sites, all these things in his conglomerate going on. And so that's another thing. So he's learning this. Now he's going to turn around and charge and offer this as a boutique VIP service to his clients because you have to interview everyone. Keisha was there, Christina was there, who also is a part of the team as well. So you want to interview everyone that's going to be interacting with these websites to see what their responsibilities are, what their roles are, because you never want to sell a product or it's not going to serve their organization, their business correctly. And
What
so,
I want to pause for a quick second. I want to just summarize what it is that you're talking about right now. So what she did was she
mhm.
analyzed me and Keisha and our business and told us, may give us a recommendation on how we can implement these agents in our business. I was blown away by this. As you can see, it has she provided us with this artifact, which is something generated by Claude, I believe, right? And it talks about all of the stuff that we would be doing. It's a game plan, right? For how to execute on this stuff. Where was the one that shows us how many agents we built? Is it the other one? So this one here, this is for that salon. So she took our salon helper website, our tow truck help funnel, Legacy Flow, which is Keisha's company, big online event. This is what we have, our AI Revenue
Yeah, the
Summit.
agents are to the right. The ones that I have already built, and then the ones that
Okay.
need to be newly built.
You say, oh, this
Like the
goes on
event
and on.
runner
This
over
goes on
here.
and on to the break of dawn
Yeah.
right here, right? So we're
The new
literally going
helpers. Yep.
across here. She took all of that information, distilled it into this one document, right? And so this is an example, a use case example for those of you who are wondering, how can I use this to make money? She's doing it, right? And she did this for me. She did this for another company she's working with right now. Looks like you guys got that deal closed. Is that right? awesome opportunity that she's working on where she
Yeah.
interviewed everybody, all the executives of the company, interviewed every single one of them, understood what their pain points were. She had these conversations and determined what it is they needed to make their jobs run more efficiently, right? And then she put all of that data into the system she's got right here and determined how many agents they would need, right? And so new helpers. I got an event runner, right? Who runs online classes and big events from sign up to replay so nothing depends on last minute hustle. Call checker listens to samples of the AI phone calls every week and catches mistakes before customers or the law does. Oh, wow. Compliance is built into this, guys. She is, big on compliance too, right? Is that right, Beth?
I am. That A2P is no joke, as you know. That texting and
Yeah,
phone calls is no joke.
absolutely. But also, yeah, if your customers, right, if they have compliance issues that they need to be concerned about, this can be designed to take into consider HIPAA compliance regulations, and there's other compliance frameworks that are out there for different industries. These are things that will be taken into consideration as well, right? If you have financing department, right? I mean, the bookkeeper, right? I mean, those are agents that you can have built in. It's going to help you stay on track with your finances, right? Um, Podcast. Keisha and I have a podcast together. Finds guests, preps questions, writes show notes, and picks clips. The show becomes a machine. Link page captions. Keeps the link page complete, working and ordered with the best. So I have a link tree, right? This thing picked out the fact that I'm missing stuff, right? I'm using this link tree and I'm not promoting a couple of my most important things, right? On this, right? Should not be happening, right? I did speak to my team about it, but we never got around to it because we're doing so many things. But this is going to what I've done here, what she helped me to do is to pinpoint that stuff, point it out, right, and make it more of a priority now. So, but with these agents, I'm able to go in and catch these things. She caught it for me. She used this as an agent to even pick that out, right? Point that out. So I won't continue there. Problems to fix. Oh, so this is she found a bunch of problems. Google can't read the main website. The event page is stuck because there was something that we did. We modified it once we finished with our what do you call it? Our AI Revenue Summit. So there's something we know of that we need to fix that we didn't get around to. 4 businesses are missing from the link page, that page that I just showed you. We're missing very vital, important information on there, which needs to be there. I use that. When on Instagram and Facebook, there's a link there that takes you to that page so that you can go anywhere you need to and know about all the things that we offer. That's a big problem that needs to be fixed. Only one link is being counted. 2 clubs split the crowd. The rules matter here. Auto texting, phone AI. I'm not going to read all this stuff. Fix. So you see, it's got a whole bunch of recommendations. Who gets what and when. DigiFlow made site. Helpers share. So these are new agents that is recommending. Number 328, number 329. By the way, she has like 300 and something agents. And a lot of those agents that she already has is a model for what they do and how they operate. And these are new ones that she doesn't have in her repertoire, right? Is that right, Beth?
That's right. So based on what Claude Fable 5 found, it recommended these agents specifically for your needs. I think this is wonderful, you know. And then I just thought of that, think like a Nigerian, be 5 to 10 steps ahead of your competition. If your competition does this, like I just was like, Nigerians, the
She
game.
prompts this.
So that's a
Yeah, she prompts she prompted the system with so much data that I was like, wow, I need to think about that. There's things that you should know, and there's a way to talk to the system to get it to do what you want. She knows how to do that extremely well. I was blown away
But
by
Mike,
that.
you inspired me about that because you're
Yeah,
always teaching us about all the new awesome things going on in that AI studio and the Digisphere. It comes out all the time.
yeah.
So without you, so that helps you stay
Thank
5 to
you.
10 steps ahead of your competition. Because are they checking? Are they looking
Yeah,
for
it
that?
does.
But you are though.
Right. No, they're not. So yeah, no, but that's the beautiful thing about these communities that we're a part of, guys, too, by the way. So these workshops, we have the Foundation Accelerator, and it was a 4-week done with you program. Um, you know, uh, we got some really powerful and smart people in our circle, guys. So yeah, definitely stay tuned, be a part of it. We're gonna share. You're not able to share anything right now, Keisha, right? I do want to
Um,
share our school
I
link
was
and all
just,
that stuff.
yeah, I'm not because I'm doing hair, but I was just gonna say, because just
Uh,
for time reference, we wanted to make sure we, close it up a little bit soon too. It's going on
we're gonna
4,
wrap.
so
We're
yeah, we
gonna
want to
wrap. We're
make
gonna
sure just
wrap.
for time reference. But
I agree.
I think I can. I can try to.
Yeah, if you can, that'll be awesome. Whatever links we got to share. We have the accelerator program. We got a new
I will share
accelerator.
our school community.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the new
So I'm
accelerator.
having technical difficulties when it comes to uploading those notebooks. So what I'm gonna do when I finally get home, get some real
Yeah,
internet access, because the files are so huge. It's a lot of knowledge and goodies and gems in them. I'm gonna give them to Mike and Keisha. So in order to get them, you got to join the school community, and then you'll be
yeah,
able,
yeah.
okay?
Definitely tap in, and yeah, we're going to be putting a lot of information out there. But I do want to finish this real quick. So you got the Base 44
Okay,
integration,
I just
co-work.
put the link in there for the school community. Foundation Accelerator. I don't know if we got that link. Actually,
And
let
quick,
me
quick
look and
question,
see.
quick question to Beth. What is this first one? Scopes. How should I respond to that?
So I would actually go through the recommendation, but I know it did say the biggest thing I remember about this was it needed to at least read your analytical data because all your links were in Digisphere AI, like the social media, the websites, the clicks. So so it should read the contacts, the conversations. It should be able to read it.
Okay. All right.
So yeah. Now, I don't know necessarily about managing calendars. That's why I said I would go back into the actual Claude, and you need to pull up that document because it was really, really specific. It was pages and pages.
Oh, where? This
I
one here,
wouldn't
you
want
mean?
you to
This
miss
one here?
out.
Which one?
No, not the artifact. It was a proposal. It actually generated before it made the artifact
Yeah,
for
this
you.
is it right here. This is it right here. Easy replan. Our AI opportunity.
It was
So
on
you
your
said,
desktop. It should be if you go there.
uh-oh, this is not the one?
I think she had to pause this because of the background noise.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so that was one of the markdown files, but if you into
You're saying that there's a second one? I don't recall that one.
yes, if you go to the Claude desktop and you look at the outputs from if you go on your Claude desktop from this project, the most recent one, you'll be able to find the really super detailed version of it. Yes. From if you go into the DigiFlow
This one here?
AI, just here.
Is this one
Yes, but
that is
close out
this
of it really quick. Close out of it really quickly because
closed
remember we
out?
had to update it because we had some new data that came in that we had to update
Yes.
it. So if you do the
Yes.
X, so output, so master plan, whichever one is the most recent. So it's probably that master plan right there, the one on top, I believe.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. right there.
Okay. And so where would I go down there? Track link. So I'm not sure what I'm. Oh yeah, that one we disregarded. 98 agent pyramid, max 9 per agent, no over. So each agent can have sub agents attached to it, right? Um, so you said somewhere here is telling us what to do to get that key. I mean, to connect to our our CRM. I don't see it though. It says here, DigiFlow AI, single analytic source for truth, Base44. Yeah, I'm not finding it. So I probably want to hold off on doing that. I do want to connect it properly. Um, but we are here, I believe it is. No, I really want to
Yeah,
get that
so if
key.
you go in there, you could talk to it and ask it that question. You could talk to it and ask it that question based
Okay,
the master plan,
that's
and then
what
you
she
can
does.
ask the scopes. Yep, that's what I would do. So you make sure you get it right. Because we want to get it
So
right.
I'm
I
gonna
don't want to have
put,
to go back
yeah,
and
I
correct
agree,
it.
I agree. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it that master plan real quick. I'm gonna copy that in the memory. We're gonna go here one quick moment. We're gonna download this, or we can copy it here. We can copy that information, put it right in here. Boom, paste, right? That whole document just got pasted in here. So now Claude extension is fully briefed on what we're looking for. Based on the master plan below, um, what is your recommendation for um, question 1? I don't remember what it was. LOW, right? And then I'm going to run it. So you can see how complex this can get. But at every step, you're asking your agents, you're asking the AI to give you the the answers, and they actually take action for you as well. So yeah, based upon the plan, you only need one private integration token, not two, and that changes the scope question. Section 1 is explicit. Claude never polls anything, reads Base44 stores, snapshots only. Claude Cowork isn't supposed to talk to DigiFlow AI directly at all. Only Base44 does. It's the designated analytic extractor pulling from the DigiFlow AI API version 2 on the schedule backend function per section 1 and confirmed again in the month 1 checklist, private integration token created, and section 9. So my recommendation, create one token named for Base44. And so the base, this is going to be the name of it, right? And scope it to exactly what section 7 scoreboard module needs to populate. So it sounds like both of these should be in there, right? So I'm just literally going to take that, copy and paste it. Keep it read only whenever to the scope. I could just say, go with your recommendations, right? Would that be good enough? Or do I want to specifically say
Because it
this?
was mostly talking about just reading the data so it
Yeah.
could read, just so it could analyze the metrics.
I'm good with your, and let's have it run. Right. So I do want that to run. I wanted to bring up a slide. You don't have the ability to bring up a slide, do you? Oh yes. I'm gonna click on that link that you just showed. Um, right now it's working on giving me that private integration. Um, where is it? Let me go back to that. Let's wait till this is finished and I'll talk about the other thing. We're gonna wrap up soon, guys. Just give me about another 10 minutes or so. Let's see, we got 8 people. Awesome. All right. How long is it going to take? Looks like it's almost done, right? Yeah.
At least Claude isn't as
So,
slow as Manus is, though.
really, so you see it's selecting different, what do you call it, privacy features, only selecting the ones that it will need to execute its job. I have it on automatic approval on here. You can change this down here as well, manually approve it. It's going to ask you questions before actually taking action. I would recommend that for most of you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch to that. I'm not going to do it now. I don't want to mess with what's going on. I did switch it. I'm going to leave it for now. While that's going, no, let me not. I think it's almost done. I probably don't want to interrupt it yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of data to read. That's what makes it so awesome. Imagine a human tasked with doing all this, making sure
Yeah,
you click the correct box, the read only one, the view only one,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah, to figure out which one. Oh, look how quick it did that. It knew which ones to collect really quickly. What is, I think part of the reason for some of this delays is actually taking pictures of the screen, capturing it, and then sharing it with Claude extension. And then it's got to read the whole screen and choose which options to select using, what is that called now? Coordinates on the screen. Looks like it's towards the bottom of the screen of the list. And obviously we could go back and change this, I'm sure, right? You can modify this later on, this list. Would you have to get a whole new API key if you make any modifications, or is this something that you just got to live with? And then I mean, or can you update it in the system?
Sometimes you might have to, and then sometimes, like I know it depends on the system. Like for the federal government, every 90 days you got to get a new key. It expires. Remember when we were doing early this morning? Every 30 days you got to get another key. Remember when we were doing
Yes,
GitHub?
right,
So it
exactly.
all depends on the system itself. But usually,
I see.
yeah.
Awesome.
Hmm.
So here's the copy. Here's the key, right? Which I'm not supposed to be sharing. I probably need to get a new one later, but um, I'm gonna want me to walk you through anything else. Boom. So I can literally hit a copy here, right? And then I got to go into Claude and then tell it to use it. Where is it? This one here, Claude. It's co-work, right? Is that right? What am I doing? Where? Oh, is it base 44? Where is it that I enter that? Base 44? How do I connect to the triad? I gotta
It's
put that
supposed,
one
yeah,
element.
you could do
Yeah,
it there, but you could also
I can go
go,
into base
yeah,
44.
it's supposed to go to base 44. But you could put it, should put it in, could do. Remember,
Yeah, if
sometimes
you're
it'll make
using,
you log in, sometimes it'll
yeah,
do it itself. It all depends on the security
okay.
setting.
For the interest of showing people how to use WhatsApp to do this, I'm gonna say API key. Uh, and is that good? It should do it, right?
Let's see what happens. I usually, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm so lazy. I do everything from co-work. I've never
Yeah.
actually try to do an API connection from
Interesting,
WhatsApp
interesting.
before. So let's see what happens. This
So
is a learning
did
experience.
I start this? I did. Oh no, I did not start. Yeah, I was making connections in here. Yeah, Slack I connected in here, so it should be able to do it. Let me look into what DigiFlow AI's API offer so I can connect it properly. It says the same connect, and I'm gonna replace this because it's exposed in this video, just so you guys know. Don't be trying to hack me. Today, connected it properly. I need to know the API endpoint. What's the base URL or API doc for DigiFlow AI, for example, something like, well, or base URL. I don't know. Is that the standard or what should I use that one? It needs to be something that exists, right? I'm going to say, what is the base URL? I'm going to ask Claude real quick.
Probably gonna be app slash DigiFlow AI.
Is that something we would have had to have set up beforehand? I'm just wondering.
I'm over here trying to guess what it is. Oh, see, they got it secure right there. You see the stars?
The what?
Yeah, see, you could rotate and expire this token now. You can
Yeah.
also, if you want to keep it secret, you can, stop sharing pause your share and then unpause
Okay.
it. You're done
All
too.
right. Okay. Okay. But I'll do that. Oh, so I should redo it right now. I got you. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do that real quick. No, you know what I'll do? I'll do that after, in the interest of closing this out, because I know we need to wrap. Um, on so what is it telling me here now? Is your white label its API is GHL's own API version 2 of the lead connector API. This is it here, I guess. All right, what does it say? Official docs. Not all. What is that? What is the official docs? It's requesting. Yeah, so here. We don't need that. I don't need that. Just that. API is saved securely. To connect it properly, I need to know the API endpoint. What's the base URL? This is, I should have probably gave it this whole thing because that's not correct.
Yeah, I might go into the actual Claude desktop app co-work.
All right, let's get out of here.
'Cause
And then what? Ask it here. This is co-work here. And what would I say here?
I would just say I'm in the process of connecting this. I'm having issues. This is the API key that the DigiFlow AI issued me, and I need to connect it with Base44.
Come on.
Could you do that? Or if you're not able to do it because of security reasons, walk me through it like I'm
Hold
10
on,
years old.
Beth, do that one more time.
I'm looking to connect my GoHighLevel white label DigiFlow
I'm looking to
AI
connect my GoHighLevel DigiFlow AI
account
account to
Base
Base
44.
44.
And are you able to do that for me? Or
Are
if
you
not,
able to do that for me?
if I have
I
to
have the
sign in
API key.
myself? Yep. Walk me through it as if I'm 10 years old, but I'm an
Walk
adult.
me through it as a 10-year-old. I am an adult, though. It probably would shut me down, right? If it did. Actually, let me get the API key. I'm going to use the other one that I used here. Where is it? Oh, here. So, yeah, this could be tedious, as we can see.
Yeah, I would do a new one because unless you're gonna edit that out of your video that you upload
No,
to the school
I'm going to do
community.
the new one. I definitely want to do. Oh, you're saying
Okay.
don't connect it with this at all. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause right here. And then we're going to just create a new key. Rotate expired. Okay. So now I have a new key. Yeah, I have a totally new key. I'm going back into Claude. Co-work. Then I'm going to let it ask me the questions necessary to complete this. It said connectors that could help. I'm looking to connect. I'm looking to connect my Go High. Go ahead. It misspelled Go High Level. Shoot. Push data into Go High Level. It said NAN bridge recommended. Direct API calls here. Probably that one. Oops. And it's working. It's telling me to generate a fresh one because it says something about the chat lock. So I'm not going to connect it now. I think we should wrap now. Let's go a little bit over time. And it looks like I'm going to have to this is something that really is necessary to not have it um, available anywhere else, right? You're not supposed to have it in our chat lines right now. I'm running the Fathom, and so the transcript is probably going to have info from this, I think, too. So what I'll do is you guys got the gist of it. This is how we create the triumphant triad, the triumphant tech triad, which is a combination of GoHighLevel, DigiFlow AI, Claude, and Base44. You guys got to see it firsthand in this video. Thanks so much, Beth. I really appreciate all your help, all the knowledge and the gems you drop. We are 1,000 times more
Yes.
intelligent today. So for
Yes,
that,
we
we really,
are.
really appreciate you.
Really
Absolutely.
do. We do appreciate everything for sure.
Yeah. So thanks
So
everybody for hanging out.
yes, it's it's always amazing to it could have been anything else you could have been doing on a Saturday, but instead, guys
You
told us
guys
to
are
stick it
hanging with
out with
us.
Mike and
Yeah,
I, and then getting to learn about AI and just some of the intricate parts of it. So it's always a blessing to be able to have that attribution for other people to learn and grow. So yeah, is there any questions
absolutely.
before we wrap it up?
Yeah. All
Oh,
right.
so
So yeah,
I
this is going
guess
to be
you get
posted in
ready
our
to take
school
it out.
community. School community, check us out. DigiFlow AI, school
The link
community.
is in the
We are
chat.
doing amazing things, guys. Let me just to close it out. I'm just going to show what that looks like real quick. Boom. So please join. The link is in the chat. You'll be able to check out our schedule and check out all the things that we have going on. There's a lot of amazing uh, content that we're dropping new gems all the time in our classroom. Um, we have an affiliate program. We're offering 20% on all of the offers that we're offering right now. You guys can
I'll
just click
drop the
on that,
link in the
check it
chat too
out.
for that.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So this explains how it works, right? Go in there, check it out. Also, we have a Foundation Accelerator program. It's a 4-week done for you, done with you, community. We work with a small, intimate group. We help you guys to do everything from coming up with strategy for how to kill in the business to setting up your CRM, DigiFlow AI. Software is going to be available for free during that whole 4-week program. So take advantage of that. If you have your own CRM, you can use that and we'll help you set that up as well. In the end, we give you a certificate. You graduate. You're going to know so much more. You're going to be more equipped and ready to be more efficient in your business, handling your customers, nurturing those relationships, and marketing and all of that. Yeah. So, what else are we going to talk about? There's one more thing. We have summits that we're running. The next one is scheduled for what do we have that scheduled yet or no? No, we do not.
But the schedule for what? I'm sorry.
The summit, the next upcoming summit. We don't know when
No,
that's
but
going to be
it's
yet.
probably gonna be November, like around Black Friday,
Mhm.
like right
So
after
check it out, guys.
Thanksgiving.
We do these workshops every Saturday. All of those recordings are going to be in this section. You'll see this one, but they're under Claude code probably, right? Or DigiFlow AI. We're going to figure out how to organize this a little bit better. But yeah, all of our recordings are going to be in the section We do charge for this one now, so you should be showing up live to check out those replays. But I think that's it. We can wrap on that. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you so much, Beth, for doing this amazing presentation for us. We're really, really
Yes,
grateful.
thank you. We appreciate you so
Awesome,
much.
awesome.
We got to bring you to another one for sure. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. There wasn't any questions. Want to ask one more time if there's any questions. If not, we are going to go ahead and give it a close.
Take it, guys.
Bye,
Have a great one.
everybody. Have a
Happy
great rest of your
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Bye.